Gränslöst mycket skönhet. Kicks.
I lost my grandfather. I felt lost, and I hated doing what I was doing. I was making less than $250 a week bring home, but I was spending 6 days a week doing it. Working on a Saturday, servicing one convalescent home down on Fayette Street in downtown Baltimore. But Monday through Friday, 13 and a half hours. Would you do that? No, most people wouldn't. But I was initially thinking, if I can learn everything about this business, make money, I'll buy my own machines, my own vending machines, and I'll know everything about this business that I'm looking at as I'm paying tuition. Just like, I guess it would be considered like a intern, where you're not really getting paid, you're just there to get the experience, which is very expensive, by the way. But I felt defeated. I felt like I was at my wit's end. And I had lots of books. I had lots of things in my head, but I couldn't make that stuff and retail stuff work. It just, every time I got into a trade, either I would be scared because I lost money before, I lost an account, or I would be immediately stopped out. And it was very, very discouraging. And while I didn't have a gun, I probably would have hurt myself if I had one done. I felt like I was being invited many times driving over that Key Bridge. Like I just want to whip the wheel over there and just go off the edge of it. Well, the day I was in the stop right before going across the Key Bridge, and I would go to Telco, which was a stop that didn't make a whole lot of money, but I hated going to it. I figured, well, once I service that one, I'll be going over the Key Bridge, and then I'm going to do it today. I'll probably pass out on my way down. I probably won't feel anything, but nobody's going to miss me. And that's the depth of where I was. Nobody could have reached me. There was no cell phone, no text message to encourage me not to do it. And I didn't tell anybody I was going to do it. Because listen, folks, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. People that talk about doing it, they just want someone to say, I love you, don't do that. They don't want to really hurt themselves. But that day I did. I felt empty, worthless. I looked at my history. My own parents didn't want anything to do with me. And the only person that looked at me like a son was my grandfather. He was gone. And no direction in life. And yes, I believed in God, but that wasn't enough at the time. And I needed to feel some kind of purpose, some reason to be here, because there was no reason for me to want to be here. I got on the Key Bridge, got on the right lane, got to the top, stopped. Put my hazards on. And I said, it would be terrible for me to take this truck and hurt this company. They'd have to pay for that damage. I'm just going to go off of it. It only takes me a second to get up there. I'm just going to step off and that's it. Once I'm over, it's over. I can't stop it. And again, I'll probably pass out before I hit. And I don't know why that day. What was I didn't wake up that morning and think it. It was while I was working. While I was working and thinking about what I was doing and how I felt trapped doing that. And I didn't see an out. I never drank alcohol. I never did drugs. But I was not in the right state of mind that day. Something said, go home and don't think about it. So I was sitting there. People are beeping a horn at me, giving me the finger going by. You a-hole, what's the, you know, whatever. Typical Baltimore. So I started the truck again, went to the stops, finished my route. Didn't hang out like I usually do with my employer. Drove home, numb, no radio. Didn't lift weights that day. Went in, got a shower, didn't eat. And I sat in there and I stared at my computer. But I sat there, looked at all the books I bought, and remembered all the hopes I had in waiting for them to arrive. And all the trips that I drove out to Columbia, Maryland to the Traders Library, which was I'm not even sure if it's even a place anymore. I'm not sure if it even exists. Now that I'm thinking about it, when I'm done here, I'm going to have to Google it and see if the Traders Library still exists. But I used to go out there every week and I'd buy something. I paid $50 a week, room and board at my aunt and uncle's house. Same uncle that inspired me to get into trading when I was 14 and 15 years old, but it wasn't interested because I was into martial arts and that's all I cared about then. Just like anybody else, like kids, you know, they ain't going to listen to you. Even though you have the right instructions and guidance, you don't want to listen. And just like many of you, you're like my children. Some of you are probably older than me, but you still act like a child. You don't listen to good advice. And some of you act like that I had no adversities, like it was just too easy for me. It was unfair. Everything worked out for me. You have no idea the darkest corners of where I was, where I came from. I didn't have the courage to do what I said I was going to do when I got on that bridge. But something inspired me to go home and stop thinking about that. And when I got home that evening, I pulled out the price charts, which was a weekly service that was I got it for the financials and the agricultural markets. And it was ran by Nick Van Nice. He's the guy that you know as a hidden divergence or a trend following divergence in stochastics. He's the guy that codified that. George Lane didn't do that, and nobody else ever did either. And me and Larry Williams are the only ones that ever give that guy credit for that. But he has service that, as a commodity trader, we updated our charts by hand. And I pulled out the charts. I was looking at them, and it just looked like Greek to me. Like I was disconnecting. Like I wasn't interested in it anymore. For the first time, I looked at these things and said, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I can't see what it is that I'm supposed to see.
Ettan då bland veckans höjdpunkter?
Ja, men det måste vara klippat på nätet med grävlingen som mitt i natten går in på en ST1-station och dricker av en kvarglömd latte.
Skrattade gott åt det. Han måste ha varit otroligt trött den stackaren.
Ja, eller så vill han bara åt de låga priserna. ST1 har ju låga priser, 24/7.
Men han hade ju ingen bil med sig.
Nej.
You will experience that too. But if I am left to my own devices as a human being with mental illness, where I always feel like I have to prove myself, and people like to play counselor to me. Why do you do this? Don't ask me. I don't know why. Okay, but I have to. I'm a dog chasing cars, and you're not going to fix me. A lot of people have tried good-hearted attempts, but that won't work with me. It doesn't work. In fact, and frankly, it pisses me off. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like when someone tries to mother me. Now, I know a lot of you guys like to see me as a father figure. That's cool, but I'm just trying to be a voice of reason. And if I don't follow my own rules, I can blow it just as easily as someone brand new. It takes a great deal of effort on my part to stay disciplined. I always want to moonwalk on the grass that says don't walk on it. I always want to do that. When someone says don't do something, I already have a dozen ways I'm going to do it. Now, we kind of define that as a Christian as a sinner. I am a sinner, and I have to repent every single day, multiple times, because the things that I want to do, the things I think about wanting to do, it's not something that I would be proud of. And you probably wouldn't ever hear that from a mentor or anyone else. But I'm real. I'm practical, even though sometimes I seem impractical to most people. So I have to remove myself from that enticement. Because if I don't do that, I'm left to my own devices. And then I would be in a position where I knew I would be in a trade where I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't be in that market. I shouldn't be in the market. You knew better, ICT. Why are you doing this? Well, because I have something to prove. To who? Whoever will listen. That's the humanity in me that I wrestle with all the time. And for some of you younger folks, generally the young men, you have this same thing inside you. And you want to get really, really good at this. So that way you can go out there and stick your thumb in everybody's eye that didn't have a problem with you. You'll create that audience because you feel like you have to do it. It's something inside of you that you can't cope with. And your coping mechanism is you want to do that because then you'll feel like, a gladiator. That's not why I do what I do. I do it because I want to hear my grandfather tell me, "You done well. I'm proud of you." And there's a lot of things I've done over the years as an educator and a teacher that I'm not proud of. And I know that if he was able to see me and had seen what I've done or said some of the things I've said through ego, he would tell me that wasn't something that I would be proud of or he would be proud of, which would scar me. But left to my own devices over the last 2 weeks, I would have easily had an extremely low strike rate. And I talked to Tom Hugard in private here and there, and I told him, I said, I would have had about a 12% strike rate. If we were being honest and we were sitting at a pub, not that I go to anything like that, but we were just hanging out, he and I told him, I said, I think, honestly, knowing myself, I would have had about a 12% strike rate, which would have been abysmal, hard. But knowing my tendencies, knowing how I'm going to interpret the climate, the environment, the ideas that I know are going to jump up in my head and say, okay, here's where you want to shine, ICT. This is where you want to go out there and show everybody else that they can't get on your level. When this thing's doing this, you do it. I know that about me. I've done it for years, decades. I've done it. But there's something different about this now. We have so many things looming in the horizon that can wreck these markets instantaneously. And I know that's coming. I know it is. And most of you, even without me saying so, you know it too. But it's not a deterrent enough for you to say, oh, I'm not going to take any, I'm not going to not take a trade right now because I see everybody else doing it. So I got to do it. I'm 50 years old. I don't look at everyone else and say, I want to do that because they're doing it. I look at my history, the human in me, the things I've always wrestled with. And I know that every single time I've hurt myself, it's because I wanted to do something that was not asked of me. in times where I should have done nothing. And I knew better. And now not because I'm up, and this is how I opened this up in the beginning of this Twitter space. I said that, I'm not obligated to you. As a reminder, I'm not saying it to be condescending, but I'm not obligated to you. And I'm telling you that because I'm reminding myself. I'm reminding myself that I don't have to do anything for you. But I love doing it. And there's a line that gets blurred sometimes because I listen to people that you all tell me not to listen to. But I want to help them because they don't believe either what I'm doing or what I teach, despite people making fortunes with it and crediting their success to the things that they learn from me, which I'm so thankful for. And I've converted a lot of people to this school of thought, not because they like me, because there's people out there that are making money using my stuff, but they don't want to say my name. They don't want to give any kind of credit to it. And they like to say it's always been there. They're still using my vernacular, my terminology, and my concepts. That's the thing that gets under my skin. That's what frankly pisses me off and causes me to be the abrasive ICT. And I don't like being that person. I don't like being a drag for the students who are here to try to learn. But I'm sharing this because I want you to know that you're going to go through this. Not me, ICT. I'm not like you. I don't have to listen. Start making money. Start making money and start noticing people out there doing things that are nonsensical. Like things that make no sense at all. And they're in there saying that they're this and they're that. They can do this and they can do that. When you know better, and you're quietly doing it on your own, and you're doing things that they would never believe, then you'll think differently. It's going to probably take more time than I want it to, but it's okay because I have set a resolve in my heart, in my spirit, in my mind. I'm not changing. I'm not deviating. And a motherfucker out there going to tell me that this ain't for me because I know it is. The more somebody tells me it ain't for me, the more I'm in love with it. It just means that you can't fucking do it. And it's going to be even more better once I get there and you get to witness it. And I don't have to rub your fucking nose into it. You're just going to see me live better by it. That's the best revenge. That's the best revenge for your naysayers. The people that say, you aren't going to be successful at this. Don't bother. You're going to lose your money. You're going to do this. You're going to waste all this fucking time. Laugh at these motherfuckers under your breath. 2 years from now, shit's going to be different for you. It's going to be totally different for you. Everybody else is going to be struggling to find another way to make their fucking ends meet. You got this. Look around, folks. Shit is changing. The way we do business, the way people are going to work, the way we have careers, that's all changing right in front of you right now. And I'm here to tell you that the shit you're learning ain't going to change. It's either there is no markets or everything I'm teaching you will keep fucking working. So stop worrying about that. Use the time, pour into yourself, invest in yourself. The only thing you're doing is kicking the can down the road farther and farther by you not just tearing into this saying, I'm going to do this. It's going to probably take more time than I want it to, but it's okay because I have set a resolve in my heart, in my spirit, in my mind. I'm not changing. I'm not deviating. And a motherfucker out there going to tell me that this ain't for me because I know it is. The more somebody tells me it ain't for me, the more I'm in love with it. It just means that you can't fucking do it. And it's going to be even more better once I get there and you get to witness it. And I don't have to rub your fucking nose into it. You're just going to see me live better by it. That's the best revenge. That's the best revenge for your naysayers. The people that say, you aren't going to be successful at this. Don't bother. You're going to lose your money. You're going to do this. You're going to waste all this fucking time. Laugh at these motherfuckers under your breath. 2 years from now, shit's going to be different for you. It's going to be totally different for you. Everybody else is going to be struggling to find another way to make their fucking ends meet. You got this. You got this. Every fucking Monday to Friday, there's an opportunity for me. Just like there's a work day for everybody else. In a couple days, everybody's going to fucking work on Monday. And they had to fucking work until Friday just to get the same thing that they got the previous week. Time stolen. You prostituted your life for somebody else to say, this is what you were worth to me. And what did you lose in the process? You didn't see your wife. You didn't see your husband. You didn't see your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kids, your friends. You didn't have peace of mind or relaxation whatsoever. You're fucking stressed out because you're in debt and you have no way out. Folks, it isn't for everybody, but for everybody that wants to dig their heels into it, it is for you. It is for you. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't do this. You can. It's hard as fuck to get through what you do to yourself. When you stand in front of yourself and you say, what's the point of me doing this? Or I failed yesterday. Or I failed last week. I should I just give up. Who's stopping you? The market didn't. Your friends aren't right. Your coworkers aren't right. Carl's not right about you failing in this and also just warm up and tie yourself up to the company just like he is. Company man, Carl. It's you. You have the control of sticking with this come hell or high water until you get it or stopping. There's nothing out there, folks. There's nothing out there that's going to be an impediment to you succeeding but you. It's just time and effort. You have to make an effort, an honest effort. Not, well, I took some notes in 5 pages of scribbled bullshit. And ICT's full of shit because, here's my proof. Here's my notes. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. That's not effort. That's bullshit. Getting in here, showing up every day, doing back testing, getting data collected. How many times does this form? How many times does it perform? How many times does it develop a setup at this specific time? How many times does that happen over the course of a week, of a month, in the course of a year with one asset? And realistically think to yourself, if you just got one of those opportunities over the course of the week and you stopped, you exercised due diligence and discipline and said, I don't need to do more. I don't have the experience yet. So if I can get this, I'll stop and study the rest of the week and go at it again the following week. That's a winning trader. That's a fucking market maven. That's somebody that has absolute control over themselves when 99.9 motherfucking percent 99% of these fucking traders out there, whether they're profitable or not, they don't really have control of themselves. When I was becoming a student of the markets in 1992, really putting an effort into it, not when I was 15 years old by my uncle showing me charts. If I wanted to be real and tell you when I really started looking at price and shit like that, it would be when I was 15. I'm not being, in my opinion, genuine enough to say, okay, my concern, because I didn't give a fuck at that time. At 15 years old, I was worried about martial arts and girls. That's what I was worried about. So markets were completely alien to me. I didn't care. But when I started working a job and I hated it, wasn't making very much money, it fell into my lap again saying, okay, well, there's probably a sign to this. I turned my nose to it. Well, Uncle talked about it. He made money with it. So, apparently I must be meant to do this. So I reacted and started digging into it in 1992. But it wasn't until November 5th of 1992, on a Thursday evening at 9 p.m. in my aunt and uncle's family room, that was the moment. That was the very birth of Inner Circle Failure. That was the day I said, I am going to learn how to do this. I might not be a success in real estate. I might not be a success in sports. I maybe never opened up a martial arts dojo like I wanted to when I was a teenager. There's a lot of things I thought I was going to do and some of the things I tried to do and failed. And I just said, I'm not interested in those things anymore. This here, I never said I fucking give up. I had to quit and take breaks because I couldn't deal with the pressure I was placing on myself. And maybe that's what you do too. But quitting's not a fucking option. You have already been infected with this. So you might as well just fucking roll your sleeves up and say, okay, I know I want to do this. I know everybody else around me says it's bullshit. It's a pipe dream and it's going to be so hard to learn how to do it. And guess what? Everybody that's ever made money in this thought the same thing, and their friends and family and influencers around them were saying the same thing. What was different? They told them to go fuck themselves. I'm not listening to you. You didn't do this and make money, or you didn't do this and fail and learn anything from it. You're just telling me from your fucking Carl perspective, you're a 9-to-5-er. Okay? You're a 401k, American dream, get in a fucking 30-year mortgage debt, pay all this fucking interest, and consider that success. I don't listen to people like that. I've never listened to motherfuckers that do that. If you're going to work and you have a good job, you aren't a fucking mentor to me. If you have a good career and you go to work for somebody else, you're not a fucking mentor to me. Because you're not going to teach me any fucking thing that I want to do. I never wanted to fucking work for these people that I work for. I never wanted to work for them. I never wanted to do that. I wanted to go to school, get an education, computer science, information systems specializing, to be a systems analyst. And I wanted to get some experience at a firm, and then I was going to branch off and have my own firm. I was going to do that. That was what I was going to do. My whole point of living this adult life was to be an entrepreneur, my own person. Fuck working for somebody else. And this right here, my friends, this right here, this industry that you're listening to this goofball talk to you about right now that sounds like he's hopped up on fucking goofballs, this is the last bastion of free enterprise. I feel sorry for you. You didn't get a proper education. You're not prepared for the adversities this world's throwing at you. And you think that you're going to walk out here in the elite playing field, the arena of the titans of the financial world, and you're going to walk in here and fucking pickpocket them and they're not going to bitch slap your ass? Please. There is a realistic approach to doing this, but so many come in here with a comic strip approach. Like it's going to be, like it's owed to you. I don't owe you shit. The market doesn't owe you shit. You have to take it by force. You got to go through a tedious, arduous task of just conditioning yourself mentally that this shit is war. It's war. It's not a video game where you get to respawn when you lose your ass. Yes. Yes, Virginia, you just lost some fucking money. What are you going to do about it? You got to change. You have to condition yourself. Say, okay, I did something wrong. It doesn't mean I'm done. It just means that I have suffered a loss. Do I rush back in there through emotional stimuli? Well, if that's what you think, who are you really being in that trader instance at that time? The analyst? The trader that listens to the sound logic that comes from the analyst? Or the gambler? You're the gambler. And you'll foolishly accept, if you got it right through luck and just happenstance, you'll think that that's skill. And that's exactly what I did earlier on when I was a 20-year-old. And I want you to understand, as good as it feels that you kicked its ass and you took the money back, eventually your time's coming. I got rolled dozens of times. Later on, after I did that, going back in and get my money back. That's Bailey saying hi. But you got to have somebody that's going to tell you, look, I've been there. I did that silly shit. And sometimes it worked. And I believed it was skill when I did it. I believed it was skill. You could have never convinced me otherwise that it wasn't skill, that I was able to come in here and they did it to me and I did it back to them. Haha, fuck off. I got you. But 2 weeks later, I'm putting a fucking fist through a monitor that I can't afford to easily go out and replace. Mad as fuck. And some of you probably did this too. Do you keep making that same repeating error? That means you're not learning. At some point, you have to abandon poor logic. And you have to replace it with something that's going to be an organized approach to help you transition from neophyte, unlearned, unprofitable, break even. Any one of those circumstances can define one of you or all of you. Because all of us are at that stage at one point in time. I was. There's no shame in admitting that right now. Some of you want to go out there and pretend that you know everything that I know, making YouTube videos and talking shit out your ass. And no idea what you're talking about. Talking about topics that I just barely scratched the surface of. And you're one of my children. And I'm talking to you this way, yes, because you're doing it wrong. Ego is going to be that friend that leads you to ruin. I'm always going to be able to make money now. Look at me. We are. And unfortunately, that kind of mindset leads to ruin. So don't invite it. Don't make it about a spectacle. Don't make it about over-the-top types of results or Olympic-sized feats or speed at which you get to stage 2. Take your time. Relax. Just relax. One day like today, anybody that uses what I'm teaching could get funded to stage 2 in a day like today with one contract. That's not impossible. One contract that could have been done today. But you're looking at a move like today and you're thinking, if I had 5 contracts here and 5 contracts here and 5 contracts there, yeah, you could have. It could have been like that for you. But do you have that experience yet? Probably not. So don't have your expectations so high and lofty where it's easy for you to fall and not feel like you can do it. In other words, don't set yourself up for more than just a temporary failure, because traders and trading is a lifetime of failure. How you deal with that? I ask that question on my interviews now. You know, how do my students that are funded and consistently making money, how do they deal with losing? Everybody does something different. Some people take it harder than others. Other people say, well, you know, it sucks, but I ain't worried about it. I'm going to do the next trade because that trade didn't lose enough for me to feel like I've been beaten. Now, contrast that with, I'm not going to stick to a model. I'm going to over leverage. I'm going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing because it only costs me $99 to reset. Aren't they saying the same thing? No. The trader that has a model is taking very small calculated risks that sometimes does not pan out. And that small loss is insignificant in the grand scheme of their entire career as a trader, as a speculator. And they're not worried about trying to avoid the losing trade because the model and the rules say, do this. And this is what should happen. If it doesn't, you're not abandoning that model because it didn't pan out for you, that transaction. And the loss was insignificant. It will not have such a weight on your psyche. So that way, when you look at price action, you won't be thinking, this is generally, in other times, this is a trade I would be taking. But I'm going to wait for confirmation now because I have to make sure. Why? Why would you feel that? Because you've taken a loss that's larger than you were comfortable with. If you're trading with a quote unquote $150,000 account and you're using a 5-handle stop loss on one contract, you're risking what? $250. That's not $3,000. That's a very, very small, insignificant amount. So it gives you wiggle room. How many 5 handles form over the course of a week? Lots of them. Some form at specific times of the day. that are very predictable. You don't trade 30 minutes before midnight, New York local time, because you're done playing Xbox Live with your buddies. And now let's go see if I can do something in the market. You don't do that. You have business hours. You stick to them. Bank of America is not open 24 hours. Okay, they have banking hours. You don't want to create this atmosphere in your trading where you feel like you have to always know what the next move is going to be. Narrative is understanding what the algorithm is going to do in price next. It is not an every second of the day narrative. The narrative is when we go into New York session, during this period, I'm looking for the algorithm to do a specific thing, behave a certain way.
Fixa vårens projekt med Julas låga priser. Just nu skruvdragare med 2,0 amperes batteri och laddare för skruvade